I'm curious though, if you were behind closed doors with Donald Trump, which I'm sure you wouldn't want to be, I wouldn't want to be either. But if you had a chance to talk to him though, privately, if at all, what would JoJo say to Donald Trump right now in 2024?
Well, first of all, it would have to be like to use his favorite character from movies. It would have to be like a Hannibal Lecter kind of scenario where I would need him to be like behind glass with like, a cage, and I'd have to be in a hazmat suit, and he'd have to be chained to the wall, and he'd have to have tape over his mouth, and he'd have to have probably like an audio recording of people just laughing at him over and over again. But then setting all those prerequisites aside, what would I say?
I'm picturing that in my head. That's very funny, by the way.
Yeah, and he has to have one window facing a windmill farm, and that windmill farm would have to be pushing the smell of McDonald's French fries towards him that he can't have. I've never given this any thought, I promise. But I think now that you asked me that, no one's ever asked me that question. It's really interesting. I actually think what I would say to him is, you mother blanker. I don't think I can swear on your show, so I won't swear on your show. You in 2016, I woke up to my son woke up, to me crying on the bathroom floor because I put him to bed the night before, and I said, tomorrow we're going to wake up to our first woman, a president-elect ever. And I told him he was 7. I said, right's going to prevail. The good guys are going to win just like they do in the movies. And I think this was before that Snap movie I never saw, and when the bad guy actually does win. So whatever. So I put him to bed with these this just goes to show you that if you do the right thing for the right reasons, you'll be rewarded, and that bad guys won't win. And he woke up, saw me in the bathroom floor crying, and he asked me basically one question, which was, how did this happen? You said this wouldn't happen. You said the good guy would win, and I didn't have an answer. And so I've been on this crusade to fix that, to right that wrong. And here we are again. So what I would say to him was, you mother effer, you are everything I have ever taught my children not to be. You are the embodiment of everything I have told them not to do. I have told them not to bully people. I have told them not to be cruel. I have told them to have empathy and to be understanding and to be like tolerant and to be kind. I have told them, to treat people with dignity. I have told them to live your life in an honorable way and to be moral. I've told them to be good people who endeavor to do good things for others. And what you have done and what you consistently do is tell them and the rest of the world that none of that matters, that you could be the worst person on the planet. You could be the embodiment of the 7 deadly sins rolled into one saggy, senile septuagenarian. You can be all of that. You can be a rapist. You can demean women. You can mock people with disabilities. You can mock people who have sacrificed for our country. You can undermine democracy. You can be cruel to the point where it's just, endless. And you'll be rewarded with the highest levers of power. And that's what I would say to him. I would say, shame on you. Shame on you for what you've done to our society. Shame on you for what you embody. Shame on you for what you empower and embolden. And shame on every single person who has been complicit in your rise to power, because what it has done and the way that it's degraded this country is going to take the work of generations to recover from, if it's even possible at all. But if I'm standing here in front of you right now, I'm letting you know, while you're behind that glass and behind those and in those chains and with that smell of McDonald's, is that I am going to spend the rest of my life and every breath I have fighting to right the wrong that you have caused, that you've imparted on this country, that you've inflicted on this country. Then that's probably what I would say to him. And then I would take out my Happy Meal and I would sit in front of him with the biggest Diet Coke the world has ever seen. And I would enjoy that friggin' hell out of it. And I would smile. That's probably it.
JoJo, I've asked a lot of people.
I never thought about that before. But
I've asked a lot of people that question. That's probably the best answer I've ever had on this show. That was really awesome. I can't wait to post that one.